Hi everyone. So, I'm back for another video, but more specifically, I am making an ASMR video. Now, I have been a big fan of ASMR ever since I discovered it a couple of years ago, and I actually did make a video as part of Vlogmas, not last year, but the year before, I think. In any case, those videos aren't on my channel anymore. I ended up deleting a lot of videos because I didn't really like them for one reason or another. But I bought this book, and so I guess a couple of things to address. So, actually, I'm trying to decide what I want to talk about first. So, it may or may not be super obvious that I have a bit of a raspy voice. I managed to get sick for the second time this year, and I thought, you know what, lemonade, I will make an ASMR video with my post-sickness raspy voice. So that's one thing. But also, as you can see, we have this book here, Bluey, the Beach, a Lift the Flap book. Now, you might say, okay, well, why don't you wait till you're until you are completely recovered to do this video? Which is a great question. And the answer to that is I purchased this book for my niece. Since I've been in Melbourne, I've been collecting a number of gifts, and my mum is going to be visiting soon. So what I want to do is just give her a bunch of stuff to take home. Now, I'm filming this on, I think maybe 5 days. 5 days before she arrives. So, hence why I thought I would film this video now, because it's a couple of things. One, I'm on a bit of a time limit, but also my flatmate isn't here at the moment, and so I thought, okay, I'll take advantage of the quiet, and it just means that if it's just me at the flat, you know, I'm not getting in anyone's way. I mean, currently I'm sitting in the kitchen because I feel like you can dim the lighting in the kitchen, and I just wanted something a bit more soft because the lighting in my room is a bit harsh. I need to get some lamps, but one step at a time. Alright, let's get started. Bluey, Bingo, Mum and Dad are off to the beach. Beach! They set up the tent, roll around in the sand, and then race to the water. Bluey and Bingo pretend the waves are trying to splash them. Here comes a big one. Mum is off for a walk along the beach. Why do you like walking by yourself? Asks Bluey. I'm not sure, says Mum. I just do. See you soon, little mermaid. What a strange answer, thinks Bluey. Not long after, she finds a beautiful shell and asks to show Mum. All right, off you go, says Dad. Whoa, oh, for real life? Asks Bluey. All by myself? Dad nods. Just don't go in the water. Oh, this is where we have our first flap. Bingo waves her hands over Bluey's mermaid tail. Legs! Whoa! Bluey laughs. I am the mermaid who got her legs. Mum is now a tiny orange speck. Bluey frowns. Maybe I'll just stay here with you and Dad. But little mermaid, you can follow Mum's footsteps, says Bingo. Oh yeah, Bluey grins. Thanks. Bluey hops from one footprint to another. She runs and skips and does cartwheels in the sand until she comes across a flock of seagulls. Can you please move? Bluey asks politely. A mermaid needs to get through. Got all our seagulls here. And ruff. It's a good thing mermaids aren't scared of seagulls. Bluey laughs as she hops from one footprint to another. She runs and skips and does cartwheels in the sand until a big wave sneaks up and crashes onto the shore. It takes Mum's footsteps out to sea. Oh, you cheeky wave, Bluey barks. How will I find Mum now? Just as Bluey begins to lose hope, she spots a pee-pee coming up for wee-wees. A crab scuttles past. Bluey copies its funny sideways walk. Ha ha! I am the mermaid who got her crab legs. Pinchy pinchy. Ugh! Those crabs are so cute. Bluey scampers away. She runs and runs, then skips to a stop. A jellyfish. How will I get past? She picks up a stick and pokes the blue blob. It wobbles hello. Ha ha, you can't sting me, jellyfish. I am the mermaid who got her legs, but only for a day. Bluey races ahead. Look at this amazing shell, she calls, but Mum's still too far away to hear. Better keep going. Mum! Bluey runs and skips and does cartwheels in the sand until she comes across an old castle. Perhaps this is where all the other mermaids lived, she thinks, and leaves her stick as a present. There it is. Then she slowly backs away and bumps right into pelican! Arg! Bluey begins to think she's had enough of walking by herself. She looks back at Dad, but he's just a tiny blue speck. If I can't go backwards and I can't go forwards, what am I going to do? Bluey remembers the seagulls and crabs and the jellyfish. If she got past them, maybe she can get past a pelican too. She summons every bit of courage. After all, a little mermaid has got to be brave. I am the mermaid who only got her legs. Or rather, I am the mermaid who got her legs, but only for a day. Then she tiptoes around the pelican. The pelican beats his great big wings and flies away. Thank you for moving, Mr. Pelican. A familiar voice floats towards Bluey. She gasps and spins around. Mum! Bluey! Now we have two flaps. It's very sweet. Bluey holds the shell to Mum's ear. It has the whole beach inside it. We've got the seagulls, the castle, the pelican, the jellyfish, and the crabs. Bluey and Mum head back together. I love walking by myself, says Bluey. Oh yeah? Why's that? Asks Mum. Bluey thinks. That's a hard question. There are almost too many reasons to say. I don't know. I just do. That end. So that is Bluey, the beach. And really quickly, you may have heard my flatmate's cat has just toddled upstairs and clearly wants some attention. Oh, here she comes. Okay. All right. You just pop over there for a second. I'm almost done, I promise. So, with this book, there are a bunch. Oh, here she comes. You just stay there. And you come over here. Come on. Over here. She really enjoys rubbing her face on things. Let's see if I can. There you go. Maybe I could even do an ASMR video with her at some point. So, as I was saying, there are a bunch of different Bluey books. And for me personally, I really liked this one because all the books are based on different Bluey episodes, and I really think that this one does the best job. I think that it how would I describe this? I feel that in terms of translating an episode into a book, this is by far the best one, and it's clearly the most popular because when I went to a store here called Big W, I I think this was maybe one of 3 left on the shelf. Yeah, and I was trying to be really careful with the flaps because, as I say, I mean, listen, with the ASMR video I did back home, it was a kid's book as well, and it was one from my childhood, and you could tell it was really well loved because all the flaps had tape on them. And listen, I imagine with this book, you know, I mean, the hope is that it will also be well loved. So, you know, I'm sure it will maybe get a bit dog-eared in places, get some messes on it. I think, you know, that's just sort of how it goes. But I just want to make sure that it stays in pristine condition until it gets to its recipient. Now, one of the other things I wanted to say is if you watch this episode of Bluey, they have a character, and she turns up really briefly, and I think she's voiced by a really accomplished surfer in real life. So it's interesting that she wasn't included in the book, because as in the episode, as Bluey is walking along the beach, it's the surfer who tells her, gosh, I can't remember the line, but she says something along the lines of, I think she says, you know, that she better use those legs because, you know, she only has them for a day. I can't remember the quote, but it made a lot of sense in the episode. And so I think if you haven't watched the series, look at me sitting here doing like a nitpicky kind of review of a kid's book. This is a little bit funny. But yeah, I think if you haven't seen the episode and you just read the book, you know, Bluey consistently refers to the fact that she's got her legs. She's like a mermaid and she's got her legs, but only for one day. And it just, I don't know, it struck me as quite interesting as well, because I thought, oh, okay, like, I wonder, you know, how they make the decisions that they do, you know, when they do turn these episodes into books. And there's another one of the episodes that I adore and I think is very popular. Oh gosh, now I can't remember its name. I think it's Sleepy Time. It's basically it's an episode that for the most part takes place in Bingo's dream. And I did see that book. It was available. But yeah, I just felt that it's just such a beautifully captured episode. And I feel like it works better, you know, as a, I don't know, as like a visual audio kind of experience. Like it's really, really beautiful, and I think there are certain things that you can't always capture in a book. Yes, but I have just been absolutely obsessed with Bluey. I had seen like bits and pieces and like screenshots, little clips from the series, and when I moved to Australia, also sorry again if you can hear movement, collar movement, it's because a flat cat is washing herself. Anyway, yeah, I just thought it's such a, yeah, anyway, what was I saying? When I moved to Australia, I got myself set up on ABC iView because all the episodes are available to watch on there for free, because I think like if I had wanted to watch it back home, I would have, like I would have needed a Disney Plus subscription, but I'm kind of trying to cut down on my subscriptions, so I'm really happy it was available. And I'm not even kidding, like I binge watched all of the available seasons, and in a couple of days, I don't know when I'll have this edited and uploaded, but in a couple of days the latest season is going to become available, which I'm very, very excited about. Yeah. And you know what? You know what's really exciting, I have to say? Usually I'm really mindful of how long my videos are, but I think the great thing about ASMR is that's not really a problem. It's kind of like a good thing. I think I did need to kind of pause and readjust a few times, so by the time I upload this, the video may be a little bit choppy, but I'm really happy I got to film another video. And what I thought I might do is, I don't know, maybe I have a feeling these books would be at the library, so if so, probably what I could do is just borrow a bunch of books, and maybe I can film like a whole Bluey series, because I'm a big fan, big fan. I don't have kids. You know, I'm not the target audience for this series, and yet it's honestly become one of my favorite things. Yeah, so I think I will sign off here. I hope that you are, or have had a good day, are having a good evening, or whenever you might be watching this. And I will see you next time. Bye.